Welcome back to the final Guild War of the week. After this week, we have 3 more Guild Wars, and then that is really about it. So I know today is going to be a spicy day. We are versus rank number 3, Moragora. Now, they have been on a downward spiral. I am not too sure why. I don't know if they just don't really care that much anymore because they already have guaranteed top 3. Well, not guaranteed top 3, but they are pretty much guaranteed top 32. So, not too sure what's really been going on with Moragora. I just know they've been losing. I think they're on like a 4-loss streak now. So yeah, let's lock in. Hopefully, no one has inted yet, right? So if I look over here, I should see no ints, right? Oh, buddy. Oh, buddy. Oh, buddy Harrison. Oh, it's over. All right, so let's get into it. Today, we gotta log in. We need to log in. What are we currently going to be fighting over here? First round basically set up is going to be Christy, Young Senya, and Arya into Hwa-Young, Harsetti, and Bosarunka. We should be perfectly fine here. I don't really see how we really die unless it's just a big damage Hwa-Young. But just in case, that is why I gave my Christy Bastion of Pelucia. Bottom team, I don't really care about the Payra, if she goes first or not. That's why I did slow down my team quite a bit, because it doesn't really matter. My Frida can die here if she wants. It doesn't really phase me if she dies or not. But do make sure your Bright Witch, Asaria, and your BBK does have immunity. That is very, very important, especially going into this comp, because Para, not even Para, it's more of a Blind, because if Blind provokes you, it's pretty much over. And you pretty much die at that point, right? So let's get into it. Surely. We already saw Harris in it. We only have 3 ints per war, so you can full clear, right? So, let's get into it. Harsetti is Bubbles, which... is she gonna tag me? Let's see. Surely she doesn't tag me, right? So, okay. She tagged my Young Senya, which is perfectly fine. My Young Senya were like 95 ER, not much. But it was mainly the Christy and Aura that I was interested in. So, not too shabby. I am tempted, though. I am... Ooh, do I even want to push? Is there a reason for me to push here? Because, like, I can just S1. You know, I'm just gonna S1. Because I want the Bosarunka to take her turn. Like, we really want Bosarunka to take her turn because I don't know if this is going to be a effective Bosarunka, right? So, just to play it safe, we would rather do that. It is not a... Okay, that's nice to know. It is not an effective Bosarunka, which means now I can just rip my Arya's S3 perfectly fine. And this Hwa-Young will go into our Arya, and we are pretty much safe from this point. I don't really see how we do die from here, unless we take a double S3. But we do have Aureus and all that, so I'm pretty confident in our Arya. Yo, yeah, we are we are set in stone here. Another counterattack. Hwa-Young's probably dead. Oh yeah, Hwa-Young just disappeared. And our Arya, now this is basically just going to be an Arya showcase. Yes, this Bosarunka is our Proof of Valor, so it is going to take quite some time. But the good thing is, with Young Senya, hopefully we could drag Arya right here. We did not drag her yet again. Sadly. Oh, please don't break out of stealth. Okay, she did not break out of stealth. Oh, please don't provoke. Okay, good. Okay, now Harsetti should die to this. If it's not to that, it's your Fairy Tail. Get very, very clean. S1 Arya again. And Bosarunka, sadly, we did not kill her. Now she's going to rip another S3. Now we got to sit here and watch her. Oh, man. But we do still have our counter bug, which is very, very nice. Surely, our Young Senya will drag Arya. Wow, we missed every... we missed every single 50-50. But oh well. Our Arya still has her counter buff. And a very, very clean round 1. Now round number 2 is the one... it should be perfectly fine, right? Let's see. So it's not a... I was expecting a faster Para or a slower Para. It's going to be one or the other. But every time I see Para, and I just think of, well, I could just Bright Witch BBK this, because what's going to stop them from, you know, really doing anything? Look, there's nothing here. The Blind BBKs aren't really going to do anything here because of good old immunity. Immunity is so good for Guild Wars. If you don't know, if you haven't started farming immunity, immunity is kind of a must-have for when it comes to Guild Wars. Really, you really need immunity for Guild Wars. The things you can do with immunity just nullifies a lot of stuff, right? Especially comes like this. Now, we can just go ahead and S3 with Frida, give our BBK attack buff, and we have Symbol of Unity. And hopefully we can just kill Para as well as top of BBK. Now BBK, we are going to proc our passive here. It's kind of whatever, right? We did not defense break the Belian. Is that troublesome? Is it troublesome that we did a defense breaker? Honestly, no. I don't think it matters. Maybe we lose our Briar Witch's area here. Yeah, we did lose her. But honestly, it's whatever. I don't really care about my Briar Witch's area. As much as I would love to Briar Witch BBK a lot of these teams, most of the time I kind of just... I only do it if I know it's like a 90%. I'm going to be safe on it. Otherwise than that, I really don't want to risk it. So, let's go over here. We do see a team where I don't really need that, so which is very, very nice. So let's go over here to the good old Arya. Yes, this is going to be a good old Arya showcase. We are going to throw in the good old girl Ruel to tank the Aiden, and we are pretty much just running it back again with his exact same team. Don't really see anything wrong here. Make sure our Ruel does have her artifact, which is going to be Guardian Ice Crystals for sure. Give her that. Christy can keep Bastion of Pelusia. Actually, do I care about Bastion of Pelusia here? Harcetti's gonna go. I mean, no, I'll keep it on. I'll just keep it on. And now for the top team, it is gonna be a very, very easy SPP Janua angle. Yes. Also, I did get a question. It was a comment about why does Renaka always go for FCC? Well, because SPP is invisible and Janua is fire. So there is no world where they are gonna ever go into the Janua. Because of obvious reasons, because of element advantage, right? So Fallen Sailor is very, very nice. She does need Holy Sack here. She doesn't really need anything else. And now let's get the good old boy Janua. Good old carry Janua. Gotta make sure my SPP is on attack 8%. I did lose because of that. Very, very tragic. That was a very tragic guild war. I literally lost because of imprint. Imprint diff at its finest. I was so salty when I saw that. This should be perfectly fine. But honestly, can I just give her effectiveness? Yeah, let's just give her effectiveness. Alright, there you go. Not too shabby. And we do have Unteam Observer for our Janua to Soul Burn S1. And showcase our Janua real quick. There you go, he's on Wind Rider. Again, I can't get more damage than this. I really need a better, I think it's a helmet. I think it's helmet. Or I just need a attack necklace. But then I gotta squeeze out more crit damage elsewhere. But again, top team, very, very straightforward. Every time you see Renaka, bring in FCC, and then Politis and Janua just kind of really run over Yufine and Bossarunka. But again, this is going to be my Politis right here. Again, Unseen Observer is best in slot, especially when it comes to this team comp. FCC, ideally, it's Holy Sack. Aureus is really not that good, in my opinion, when it comes to Renaka's because, well, she's just going to get Purified, and her main goal is just literally to sit there and survive. Bottom team, we're literally just going to run it back with Christy, Ruel, and Arya. We do have Bastion of Pelusia, just in case. Never really know what can go wrong. I could give her the Bastion of ER, whatever, but don't really think we need it here. But let's get into it. Looks very, very clean. Surely we have a 4-0, right? Surely. It is going to be an RNL Renaka, and it's going to be a very, very slow-ish Renaka. Wasn't expecting to see that, but I mean, it's nice to see something different. Alright, so we do have Unseen Observer proccing, thankfully. Now we can just Soul Burn S1 here. Hopefully we kill Bossarunka. It's not a proof. It's not proof. So she's more likely going to die to this pop right here. Yep, she did die. And honestly, I'm tempted just to provoke. Yeah, you know what? Let's just provoke the Renaka. Is she going to RNL out with this provoke? Let's see. Okay. I was about to say, watch her RNL out of this provoke. Almost died to that. Yufine can go. It doesn't really matter here. We are in a very, very nice position just to win the game. S1 to Yufine, doesn't matter if she counters or not because she's not going to get any fighting spirit from this pretty much. And Soul Burn S1 again, even though we do have, you know, decreased attack, it's kind of whatever. Is she on Holy Sack though? That's the better question. It is not Holy Sack, and it is a very, very clean round 1. Now into round number 2. Hopefully, this is not a 300 effectiveness Harcetti. Surely, right? Surely this is not a 300 effectiveness Harcetti. It's 26k. Could be a high effectiveness, but let's see. It didn't tag my Ruel, so we are perfectly fine. And honestly, this is really, really good speed tuning. Really, really good. Because now I can literally just S3 Arya, and we are pretty much safe to go. The Bastion Pelucia kind of did some value here, because it is going to take hit of this Aiden. But other than that, meh, it's not going to do so much. Aiden's going to go. Again, doesn't really matter. Aiden does not have Vigor, so I'm not really worried about her damage output, right? Did about 3.2k, doesn't really matter. Fairy Tail's gonna do all the work here. And honestly, I can literally just give Arya this S2, and she is just gonna pretty much tank him. Yes, FCC's there, but again, FCC cannot really just stop Arya. Again, we upgraded Arya. Actually, no, this account, my main account, Arya's pretty, she's pretty decent, I will say. So my terms of damage over here is pretty nice. But FCC just can't, it just can't cut the damage. Yeah, Aiden is nice to know. I do like Aiden, but it's kind of hard to really counter Arya unless you just go, I don't know, you really need like an effectiveness. At this point, I think you need like an effectiveness Arya. Effectiveness FCC to kind of strip, oh man, we provoked old buddy. Oh, please, please get rid of the Harsetti. Oh no. It's a bit troublesome. Aiden does have her S3. Uh-oh. So if Harsetti was to go into my Arya, it'd be much better. But in this situation, I'm just gonna rip S3 on my Arya because I do want to make sure she stays alive. And now me doing this will make the Aiden go into somebody else. Aiden will probably S3 Ruel. Because she has Vigor. So I'm a bit worried about that. So again, that is the whole reason why I get my Arya invincibility. Otherwise, I'm pretty sure Aiden could have potentially killed my Arya right here. We don't want that to happen. Right? We do not want that to happen. Ruel can die here. She has her passive. She'll come back to life. It's not really end of the world. Really not, right? We can S1 here. Doesn't really matter. Harsetti is going to go into Ruel because it's understandable. My Arya is basically invincible. Which now makes me wonder if I should have done that or not. Because, we are going to S1 this. We did not hit. She countered. S is looking a little spooky, I will say, for sure. Can we kill Aiden? Okay, we killed the Aiden. Very, very, okay. That is very, very nice. I was a little bit worried about that. Thankfully, because it was getting kind of spooky. Maybe I should have not S3 Arya. Because if I didn't S3 Arya, Aiden would hit her with a Vigor S3. We did have damage, no and all that. But I don't know if I wanted to trust that. So now we can just sober S1 Arya. We are going to proc the S2, which will give us the Fairy Tail proc. But I'm expecting Harsetti to die from this. FCC probably not, but let's see. And everything died, okay. Again, I could have maybe just not S3 Arya and just took the S3 from Aiden. But I'm not too sure how I feel about that. Wasn't too sure how I feel about that, right? Alright, so that's very, very clean. First two hits we did. We are currently 4-0. Now, let's look for another tower to hit. What are we going to hit? We're going to hit the one that's already beat up a little bit. Or are we going to go into the tower that's unscouted? More than likely, Oh, tragic. This looks like a perfect opportunity for me to buy Witch BBK. But our good old girl buy Witch is gone. I can see that, but I've been jumbling around for this bottom team. So, the top team, we are just going to run the good old reliable Arya. Same thing, I'm not going to show the stats. I've been showing this. You've seen the stats probably the entire video because it's been, it's been the same team I've been running, right? So, but again, if you're curious, this is going to be the Arya build. Arya just going to be on Fairy Tail. You do want lifesteal on her, and that's pretty much good to go. The other two pieces, I don't have good gear for her. So, that's going to be it. Bottom team, Para, Beeline, BBK. Now, since I lost my Bryce area earlier to this comp, I'm going to rely to the good old K-Ron. Big boy K-Ron. Abigail to keep the K-Ron alive. And then lastly, it is going to be Amika here just to basically just kill whatever just survives at the end, right? So let's get into it. Surely, we don't it. Surely, this is going to be a clean team. Surely. Alright, so again, this will go. Harsetti will go. Is it going to be a Omega effectiveness? Harsetti, let's find out. Surely not. It did not even tag my young Senya. Okay, nice to know. Alright, that's nice. Hwa-young gonna probably... Oof. Hwa-young took a big chunk of damage. So now, since, again, in this situation, I am just going to rip S1 on my young Senya because I want to push up Boss Ruka because I don't know if this is a effectiveness Boss Ruka. So I'm doing this in the situation where we find out. So 25k HP. I did not see proof, unless it is proof. Let's see. It's not proof. Actually, I think it is proof. I didn't really see it earlier. Alright. Alright, now Arya, just go ahead and S3, and this Hwa-young is probably just going to kill herself whenever she hits our Arya. And pretty much good to go. Alright, now we should be nice. Alright, sorry for clicking, you may have heard that in the background. Sorry, I was typing on Discord, but again, Arya, passive proc, very, very clean. Round number 1. Again, this team, I get the potential. I see why, but I don't really like it. I don't like the Hwa-young with this Boss Ruka and Arceti. There was a comp with Politis. I do see Hwa-young, but other than that, it's kind of, you know, man. Now we S1. We did, oh man. All right. Now, Boss Ruka goes into our Christie, but she should die to this because thankfully we provoked her. Very, very clean. Oh, it's a holy set. Oh, buddy. Oh, buddy. Oh, okay. At least we provoked her. You know what? Oh, I was hoping she went to young Senya again, because she went to young Senya. This would have been so much better. Please bring Arya. Ooh, and she brought the Arya, and we get the Fairy Tail proc. Very, very clean. Now for team number 2. Surely. And I mean surely. It's just going to be a K-Run showcase. Maybe not. It's kind of a semi-decent fast. No, actually, no, it's a kind of semi-slow BBK. So, obviously, K-Run's going to get hit. But since K-Run is in the back, we really kind of have nothing to really worry about. It's going to be a magic box. Okay, that's nice to know. S3, the BBK, can we strip? We got the strip. Okay, surprisingly, I kind of was expecting a more... What's it called? More effectiveness or more ER BBK, but hey, I guess not. Alright, the Lion's gonna go. Not really worried about this whatsoever. Yes, you do damage to K-Ron, but K-Ron has Abigail for protection. BBK will S3. Again, I don't really care. Again, I'm gonna be honest, I never use this Samika unit. So hopefully, hopefully we don't mess this up. Surely, right? I doubt it. I doubt we mess it up, right? We S3 to Beeline, get rid of this Beeline, knock her off the field. Right? Surely, we just get rid of her. Beeline, almost done, so. Let me see. Honestly, this is S1. S1 to Beeline, boom. S1 again, boom. Honestly, I'm gonna be honest, whoever uses Miko, please let me know how to use this unit. I never know how to use her. But again, easy, clean, 6-0. GG's, can we win this war? Well, let's find out. I will, obviously, if you ask me after the war's over, I will comment. But other than that, though, we did 6-0. I'm more than likely going to be cutting the video up a lot. But other than that, though, thank you for watching the video. Hope you have a good day, and peace out.